There's a lot of code that goes on behind Construct 2, starting with how the targets are generated. The targets use the system, and the system create object to spawn. I have two targets of two different sizes, one called target and one called target 2. These spawn in the game space by using the random generator code. This creates a random set of coordinates and the target will spawn there. This creates a more dynamic game for the user. Next is how the target measures if it's being clicked or not. It uses the mouse system or the touch system. If the target senses that it's being clicked or touched, it will destroy the target, so it will disappear. Then it will add 10 to the track score variable. This variable tracks the score of how many targets are hit throughout the game. Once it's added 10 to the track score, it will set the text box to the track score variable, so it basically refreshes the text box, which allows it to display the latest score, which is essential in a game environment as you want to know how well you're doing throughout the game. I have two sets of these in the code. This is because obviously I have two targets, so each target needs to be measured. Next is the time countdown. Every 1 second the system will subtract 1 from the time countdown variable, and then exactly the same as the score, it will set the text box to display the time countdown variable, so you always know how long you have left in the game. The system also uses the random 0 to, in this case, 6,000 seconds to display the ×2 targets. This means they're not being displayed all the time. They will be displayed randomly throughout the game, so it's based on luck, how many you get in the game to how well the score does. One person could get 100, one person could get 2. It just mixes the game up a little bit. This is again created using the system, and it is displayed as a random set of coordinates in the game environment. Similarly, the bomb is displayed at random intervals as well, and that spawns exactly the same as other targets. Now when a ×2 is hit, it will go through exactly the same process as a normal target is hit, but in this case it will add 20 to the score instead of 10. The minus 10 points target is spawned from 0 to 600 seconds. This makes it a little bit harder because you've got more of them being displayed on screen than the ×2 targets. And then again, it uses the system, it will subtract 10 from the track score variable instead of adding 10. Once a time countdown variable reaches 0, it will direct the user to the score screen. This is where a link to the main menu will be seen, and also their score can be, you can see what score you got. Next up is checking that the targets, if not hit, don't just stay on the screen. So I've set up a system where on created, the system will create the target. Once it's been created, it will wait 1 to 3 seconds, and in a random time within that range, it will destroy the target. This means it's a little bit harder for the user, so they don't have to click lots of targets at once, and it also frees up a lot of space in the game area. This is the same for every single target. Next is the bomb. Once the bomb is clicked, obviously it needs to take you to the score screen. So like the time countdown, if the bomb is clicked, it will just take you directly to the score screen, and from there you'll be able to see your score and you'll be able to go back to the main menu.